Hey, what's up, Hometown and friends? Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great, safe trading week. I know I am. So what do we have going on here? So yesterday, almost running into our external range run, just falling shy of that price point. We were waiting all day for that to happen, and it just wouldn't give it up. Hilarious. So today we have no or little news drivers like on this candle here, which will be tomorrow, depending on where you are. So what could we get? I don't know. We could get something where we come and touch this candle's high here. So I like that price point. We had this gap on our chart here, and we've closed above the midway point, so I'm really thrilled with what's going on here right now. Just trying to find out where we're gonna bottom for tomorrow. So like when yesterday I was looking for where we might bottom, I had this drawn out in these levels, and we found a bottom at the lower quadrant of the gap, and then ran out for the high and cleared it. So I'd obviously be looking there for a bottom. It could come and touch the midway point of our gap or near it and just leave a tiny little fair value gap in there. That would be ideal. So obviously I am aiming for our big, huge, major buy side liquidity here. That's where hedge funds get fired or have to explain why they get to keep their job. And it's just torturing them. Like if you were in a short right now, if you were in a short off this bear flag and you didn't pay yourself and you didn't move your stop and price starts running after you, well, people who are new will move their stop up to that swing high, exposing them and putting themselves up to more exposure. So if that's the case and price comes here, people are going to be in a lot of trouble. It's one thing to get stopped out here because like if you were playing this bear flag, likely your stop was up here already above that high there. Okay. And so once it's in their favor, they might move their stop up, right? Now, do they just let it tag or break even or stop them out, or do they move it back? That right there, those three components there are all decided by your level of experience in trading. And, we pay ourselves because partials pay 100% of the time. So I'm just going to zoom in here and see what kind of shenanigans went on today. We'll drop into a lower time frame in a moment here, but that was brutal. So taking yesterday's range, and we ended up finding support 20 to 30% and on our lower quadrant of the gap, pretty nice level, and then found some sensitivity. So because we're trending, just rinse and repeat. So do we have to come for this quadrant? No, we could come for this. And I mean, because it's not like a big, huge, giant range on that body, we could come and seek somewhere. So like this morning when I woke up again, price action already had flipped out of control and again was already in a premium. I think I explained this publicly as well. It was already way too out of proportion for me to be interested in a position. So If we can leave this alone, I'll be interested tomorrow in attacking this if we dip. So I'm going to draw a vertical line there and drop into a 15-minute chart. So that's the candles open. If we can just stay in this range for London, maybe we just come and dap that high, but not that high. Trade down. I would like to be a buyer down in here. I would be pulling from that low to that high and just getting my premium and discount out of that. Like I said, we could come, look at this bull flag here. Where's the stops on the bull flag? Right there. The cheeky buggers right there. Obviously, equal lows down here. And just the time that it's worked in now, like this is actually setting up for something really gorgeous tomorrow. So I would consider using flout and your Asian range for deviations. Align that and go into your 4-hour chart, because we're such high in a premium like this. Come into your 4-hour chart and use your fair value gaps quadrants here. And if we can get a little Judas down into there for tomorrow morning opening bell, I would definitely be interested in attacking that major buy side pool and leaving a runner all day. So I guess we'll have that on our charts. And now I'll go back into a 15-minute chart and just take a look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool. So we could attack here. We could come down here, and that'd be fine. So I'm taking that level, going back to the 4-hour chart and just noting where is that. Well, fair value of our gap just happens to have a fair value gap. I mean, you could include, just because of the volume imbalance there, just do that kind of. We could come down for this one. I mean, that's hot too. So just, it depends. You got to be able to identify your model in real time on your deviations and see if there will be a position right for you. One thing that does really suck is that we traded up all week, and that could be the top of the week, or tonight before midnight, which isn't very far. This could be the top of the week, maybe Wednesday midweek reversal, and then start really trading down. I've already admitted this openly that I have lost my edge up here. My edge resides in the discount market when I'm primarily bullish in a macro environment, whereas that's been diametrically opposed to retail for the last few months. So when we were down in the discount, it was really obvious and really easy to grab all these dips and rip up. And now that we're at targets, things become a little bit, my analysis has played out. What I want to see materialize on a macro scale has played out. So I'm just rolling with the punches now. I'm not going to get in the way of a freight train and start calling tops, but we could have some sort of weird nasty NAS surprise where we grab, just peek into this buy side pool here and then come down and then flip out of control. We could do that. That is on the table. It's tough to do, because when you're in a premium market, you're on alert. You're either on alert to look for a snappy short and get paid quick, or you're looking for that dip for the macro, for another higher high in the trend. And this is where things get a little squirrely. Do we dip? Do we make another high? And this is where your skill set really comes into play if you're looking for a trade. So for me personally, I would like to see midnight here. Now, if we trade above midnight, just like here, I'm not interested. You see what that does? That just eliminated 90% of your losses. What I'm looking for specifically is, let's just say price does come up here. So what? What I'm looking for specifically is my model down in here. Now, that'll be different for you, probably. But if we can dip down into that little discount pool liquidity from this bull flag, I would adore this. We could even do one of these ugly things and come grab that double bottom just because and for no other reason. I will say this. If we lose the midway point of this gap, now I'm pretty much offside on this play. As far as turbo more upside this week, I would like to see that hold. Could we stab down there with a wick? Yes, absolutely. But I would like to see that hold for us just to keep trending up. So I like what's going on here. Just with these levels low. Now, like if we just start ripping for London and we do this, I'm going to be like, oh, yay, my analysis played out. Ooh. You know what I mean? That would be annoying. So it is what it is. No model, no play. Just keep it simple and you won't destroy yourself. It's very cool. I know you all want an Ethereum update. It's not time for one. We haven't hit May's targets yet, so there's no point in an update. Yeah, that's about it, you guys. Thank you all for joining. I just want to drive it home that I'm not like super duper massively gung-ho on looking for trades. I want them to be obvious. Today just was not obvious. Oh yeah, we're going to just quickly go over this afternoon. I was looking for, in a 15-minute, this order block to get railroaded this afternoon, which it did. And it came up and started working in buy side in this. There was a gray pool in here that I had labeled, and it got the gray pool from here and just took the orders from here, just internal in the range. Then for the grand finale for the day, she dumps into sell side. This is beautifully set up. And I was mentioning this, like, look, two things I want to bring up. First of all, because this is such a gross profile in how I want to engage with the marketplace, this is the type of stuff that I was telling you that could happen. Look at how much of a sure thing that looked. That looked gorgeous. And sure, you could have gotten a play out of there. Like you could have gotten a payday. Easy. Easy. But it didn't want to give it up. Okay, and I was mentioning that we could just snap down. And the reason why I don't want to be exposed into the market is because I can foresee this happening. It's not that it has to. It's that when we're just grinding up all day like this, and there's no real deep retracements for us to buy or get in sync with, once you get into that premium market, if you're not snapping up in them, it's likely going to want to trick traders into resistance type ideas. So that's why I wasn't willing to put up risk today. I don't want a long premium market. I don't want to teach you to do it. If you need a payday, sure, but I don't need one. So I decided to sit out, and then look at what happened. I had an expectation on the market. It started to show me that it was indeed ready to run up, and then boom, bearish order block sent it right down to the bull flags stop losses. As suggested, it could. And I'm not trying to cherry pick and say that was a phenomenal call because I wanted to see it flip out today. And it didn't. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you are new with me or new to trading, you might see not being able to know what's going on as a weakness, but it is a phenomenal strength to be able to sit and do nothing when it's not obvious. Only the real pros know how to do it. Everybody else will tell you to push your edge and then you'll end up dulling it. So as long as price action becomes in agreement with me, then great. Today, it was just not in agreement with me. But large range days typically bring tight range days. So I'm going to go back to the daily chart with that in mind and just note that we've had two large range days, and I don't think we have any Fed folders tomorrow or any real important ones. So we could trade lower. We could peter around tomorrow, maybe just poke that high a little bit. I'm on high alert. You know, this was a lot of fun. So I don't want to ruin it by, that's what the market does. It'll move nicely. Everything will be fine. And once it's done its job, it will start trashing you and just railroading all that confidence that you built up. So instead of using more leverage, more trades, dial it back, and then you'll be good. Fipsy, what's up, man? I am bullish on the week. My bias could be making a type 1 bearish, but believe it would be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it is making a bearish profile, and that's the top of the week, or this is the top of the week, and we get a midweek reversal to the downside, the move that materializes to show us that it's ready to reprice lower will be obvious. It won't look like a stop hunt because there won't be a rejection off of the sell stops. It will be a snap down and a close hard and then make a nice fair value gap to key off of, typically, right? Just like this in the 15-minute. You know, it did shift structure here, you know, right here. That swing low there, it did. It poked it, right? But it wasn't like boom, boom, like a few candles with a gap. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a tiny little gap here, a little poke down here, makes a swing low here, flips the fair value gap into support for the time being. But that's the different. There's a difference between displacement and the longs getting stomped on for another run up. It's just something that you gain with experience. What's up, Mato? Yeah, you betcha, Fipsy. Awesome. That's awesome stuff, dude. And I pray you're all doing very well. Don't push it this week. You guys got it made. Stick to your models, and you'll be good to go. God bless you all. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.